Question: what would you do if you were unemployed? No, maybe that's a bit of a reach. Now, what would you do if you suddenly left your job to pursue another opportunity? You have 2 weeks left with no plans or anything in mind. I'll give you 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Too late. We booked our flights. We're headed to the UK. There somewhere. I am now at Hyde Park. Just landed a couple hours ago and checked in. Yeah, it's really nice here. A lot of people walking around, a lot of dogs and pigeons and you name it. Gonna go explore, walk around, check out the Big Ben, Green Park, a couple of the museums and shows tonight. So enjoy day one of solo adventures in the UK. No. As much as I would love to play golf here, we're actually at the southern coast of the UK. I've been told that this place is one of a kind, and it definitely did not disappoint. Alright, now is probably a good time to talk about a little bit about where I am. Currently at the Seven Sisters hike here in Seaford. It's around Seaford, ends in Eastbourne. This is a really beautiful hike. It's an amazing day today. Not too hot, but also not too chilly. The sun's sort of in the clouds right now. There's 7 different hills named after each sister, and I think I'm about halfway through at this point. I'm actually very thirsty right now, running out of water, but we'll get some water when we head up to Eastbourne. Ice cream would be so nice right now, but I'm only halfway through the hike, so I don't think I deserve it. Alright, taking a quick water break right now. I'm actually pretty tired at this point, but I can see Eastford just around the corner. But at this point we've cleared the Seven Sisters. Honestly, a really scenic hike. There isn't any point in the hike where you can't see anything really beautiful, so definitely makes this really worth it. I would highly recommend going to this hike. But for now, I'm gonna head to town, grab some food as soon as possible because I'm getting really hungry. Morning everyone. It is currently Saturday morning, about 8 a.m. Just woke up a little bit earlier this morning to do a little bit of a ride around Big Ben, take some videos and photos there. Lime scooter ended up charging me about $10, so it was pretty expensive, but I always like biking around because in my opinion it's the best way of exploring a city. You can sort of stop and go, and it's not as slow as walking, so I enjoy it a lot more. You get a bit of a breeze on your face. So today I will be going to the Big Smoke Festival hosted by Skepta. I'm a really big fan of his music, and I know Central C is going to be there as well, and some other artists from the UK. So that'll be a lot of fun. I don't think I'll be able to bring my camera in, but I'll bring my phone either way. And that's pretty much it. I'm about to go grab some breakfast, and then I'm going to head to a Spital Falls market right after to go check out if they have anything interesting to buy. All right, let's go.
The man that celebrate either trap still running on. Go! Somebody told Doja Cat. I praise. It's in front again tomorrow. But we can do it twice.
Now back to our regular schedule. I'm headed to the Peak District, known for their landscapes and perfect for anyone that enjoys the outdoors. We find ourselves in a small town named Bakewell, famous for their Bakewell pudding. Near the town features a popular Monsall Trail. You can either walk it or rent a bike. And of course, I rented a bike. Alright, so I'm currently at the Monsall Trail, which is just north of central London, about a couple hours away. This trail itself is a biking and walking trail along gravel road, and across the gravel road you'll see a couple tunnels. So there's 6 tunnels in total, and I think I managed to get through all of them. And it's quite scenic as well, so every time you go through you'll see some beautiful peaks and hills such as this. There's a lot of families and kids walking around and biking around too. It's a lovely Sunday today, so after all this biking I'm going to go find something to eat, replenish some energy, and walk around for the rest of the day. All right. Hello everyone. It's currently just about 12:30 p.m. Just came out of Bakewell now in this smaller town, even smaller than Bakewell. It's called Baslow. Ended up getting really unlucky today. I built a lot of leeway time for me to take my bus, head to my next destination, which is Castleton. But unfortunately, I was sort of waiting at the bus stop, baking in the sun, and ended up sitting there waiting 10 minutes. The bus never came. 20 minutes, bus never came, and then finally 30 minutes later, 2 of the same bus comes over, and then I end up missing that. So now I have to wait about another 30 minutes until the next bus comes over. She'll take me to Castleton, but I'm sort of hanging around here, nice bench area, really nice river as well for the next bus, and then hopefully I'll make it in time, but fingers crossed, you never know with these time delays, so we'll see how it goes. Well, things actually ended up working out well, because I ended up making a new friend. While waiting at the bus stop, this little ladybug decided to tag along. I've decided to name them Lacey. For some reason, they really liked my bag. This is just Lacey roaming around, and at some point, I realized that Lacey really liked to hide under the shade, particularly under my backpack strap, as that seemed to be the preferred spot. About a half hour later, the bus arrived, and Lacey did not want to leave. Here's us playing chase. Lacey got tired from playing chase and slept under the shade again. At this point, we arrived to Castleton, and still here. Since I couldn't bring them anywhere, we just hung out on the bench here. She's just sort of sitting underneath the shade right now, under my backpack strap, but it's about time for the check-in, and I don't think it'd be reasonable to bring her into the hotel room, so I think this will just be goodbye. Try
travel about an hour out, hanging out for the last few hours, so wish her the best. For you to roam around. Oh, she doesn't want to go. There she goes. Bye, Lucy. Alright, I think I'm supposed to go somewhere up there. Somewhere. Alright, so I made it to the top, sort of like the top of this ridge mountain that they call Mam Tor. I think it translates to Mother's Hill. This is a hike that I'm trying to do for tomorrow's sunrise because it's actually very popular, almost like a tourist destination. There's actually a parking lot that makes the hike about 15 minutes in total, maybe less, on the other side of the ridge over there. Because I don't have a car, I can't get to that parking lot and it can get quite busy. So I ended up hiking from my hotel, which is in the main area of Castleton. So I did the hike and I thought it would take a while, but it ended up only taking an hour total to get up. And that included some standing around, taking pictures, some videos. So it could take maybe 40 minutes in total tomorrow morning, which is really good news because that means I won't have to wake up as early. My plan is just to walk around, sort of explore the ridgeline and see if there's any areas that I would want to come in the morning. That would be nice sunrise spots. All right. Excuse me. All right, so we are currently at the top of the Mam Tor hike, or more so along the ridgeline. I woke up at about 3:40 this morning, so didn't get too much sleep. It's quite quiet this morning. As you can tell, there's no one really around me, but it did feel pretty sketchy in the morning when I was walking around. It was completely dark, and all I had to defend myself was my good old trusty hiking pole, which I used to fend off spiderwebs and potential creepers. But the hike turned out not being too bad. It was quite nice actually, and it's really pleasant this morning. So. So with that concludes my time here in England. But the journey and the adventure has just begun, as there are many more things to see at our next stop.